chasing cheetahs and tigers for the leftover meat. You know, a lot of people don't know, but yeah, I was born in Nigeria, you know, and I grew up in Dublin, Ireland. You know, I came from a very, very poor background. You know, my dad was a farmer. We had a farm. And we want to live in the city. We were like more like in the jungle, you know, so like on the farm, you know, so that's well excited for me. And at the age of 9, you know, my parents give myself and my older brother to a stranger. So basically we were smuggled from Nigeria to Ireland, you know, with different, fake name, fake passport. And then, you know, when the strangers got us to Ireland, you know, we were dropped off at the immigration door, you know. So then we had, I got 5 brothers and 1 sister. So the oldest was living in Ireland, but we sort of lost contact. We didn't know where, but my parents know it was in Ireland. So when the strangers got us to Ireland, dropped us at the immigration door, we had no English, no nothing, you know, so we literally did not know shit, you know. So, but, you know, shout out to the Irish people, the Irish government, they took us in, you know, they instead of, they could have just deport us back to Nigeria, you know, but they took us in and they were able to look at our brother and they set us up, and our brother actually became a guardian. So we were, you know, we were able to leave with my brother. We were able to get education. So, you know, that's why you see me with the flag, all the Nigerian flag and the Irish flag. You know, I will always be grateful for the people of Ireland. You know, you know, because honestly, you know, they gave me opportunity, you know, opportunity to dream, opportunity to have education, opportunity to fight for something, you know, that's worth fighting for, you know, an opportunity to become somebody so I can actually, you know, go back home one day and you know, change my family's life, you know.
That's a hell of a story, man. I mean, when you went from Nigeria to Ireland, did you know what was going on at the time? Did you know that you were being smuggled from Nigeria to Ireland, or did you think you were just going on a trip with some family members?
Bro, we were young, you know, we didn't know nothing. We didn't know what was going on, you know, but we know we are going to this new place, you know, that it's, you know, it's like, you know, it's like you're going to Disneyland.
Right, you're going on a trip. You thought you were going on a trip, just a trip.
Yeah, we thought we're going somewhere special. We don't know where, but we're going somewhere. And we were young. We didn't care how we're gonna get there. We were young. I mean, and growing up in Africa, right? You know, especially when you're poor, you know, you grew up in poverty. You know, you grew up so fast. You know, because you know, at the age of 3, you know, you are left by yourself. You know, sat somewhere, and your mother's gone, your dad is gone, trying to find some food, trying to find some clean water to drink. You're 3 years old. You're sitting there. You know, your mental changes. You know, you're trying to find a way to do something, to help yourself, to save yourself. So growing up in that situations, you know, builds you up and makes you grow so fast. You know, at the age of 5, you know, we were on the farm, you know, cutting down grasses, you know, picking up crops and, you know, fucking chasing cheetahs and tigers for the leftover meat. You know, walking.
Bro, I gotta pause you real quick. You literally had cheetahs and tigers. I mean, when you say jungle, are you joking? Is it just fields, or were we talking real jungle here?
Jungle, bro.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? If you guys want to hear more about how Blessing Awodibu had to chase down cheetahs and lions just for scraps of food, you guys will have to go over to Hany Rambod's channel to watch this full podcast. I will link it in the description below. But as always, I hope you guys did enjoy this interview. It was a brief segment from a recent podcast that Blessing Awodibu did on the Truth podcast with Hany Rambod. And Blessing talks about his early life. And before we get into that, I like how Blessing didn't really use it as an excuse. You know, Blessing comes from a very harsh upbringing. As you guys know, last year he didn't have the best showings at the Indy Pro and the New York Pro. But we never really heard Blessing talk about, you know, well, I come from Africa. You know, he talked about his past. This didn't really come into the foreground until Blessing started winning. So a couple of people knew about it, but the main majority did not know until Blessing won the pro shows. And it's incredible to me, and it shows you the type of character he is. He didn't use any of this as an excuse. Blessing did the hard work, you know. He won 2 pro shows, and then he began to talk more about his early upbringing. And Blessing talks about at 9 years old, his parents pretty much gave them to strangers. He did have one sibling already living in Ireland, but they didn't know exactly where they were living at. So at 9 years old, he said he felt like he was going to Disneyland. And if you go deeper into this interview, he does talk about some racial issues that went on, but he was so happy just to be there and overcoming what he came from before. It really wasn't too big of a deal. And Blessing has very high praise from the people of Ireland. They took him in and they made him feel like he's one of their own. That's why he always has the Ireland flag as well as the Nigerian flag. But this story has always intrigued me, guys, and I would definitely love to do a deep dive into some of these bodybuilders, maybe 20-30 minute long videos. But unfortunately, we don't have that type of information for these bodybuilders. Maybe only 5, maybe 10 minutes of information, and that's pushing it. Even on the legends, we don't have too much information on these guys. And I did a video on the rise of Ramon Dino. I found like 10 sources that said he was from Portugal and he was from Brazil, guys. So a lot of these articles aren't even accurate. But as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video, man. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, I would come in and out throughout the interview and kind of give you guys my opinion, but I honestly rather listen to the whole interview and kind of sum it up at the end. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and I'm out.